Hello, I thought I'd maybe put some makeup on and make myself a little better than the post that I've recently done. I had my first consultation with a doctor yesterday for enbloc capsulectomy. And I thought it'd be good for me to have this so I can look back when I'm making my decision on which doctor I'm going to go to. And yeah, this is for me walking. Just walking around and breathing hard. And because I've been waiting my appointment, and I figure there's so many women out there that are like going through, holy shit, it's my boobs, and they're waiting to go see a doctor. And this might give somebody a little bit of insight from what a professional says about it while they're waiting to see some consultations, some doctors. So my doctor yesterday, I saw a doctor in Oak Brook, Illinois. His name is Dr. Patel, and he is known to be seeked out by many women. People travel to him for his specialty in dealing with enbloc capsulectomies, mainly for women that are sick. It was pretty interesting. My husband went with me. It was pretty interesting how he went about the consult. What he started with. Well, first we started with, well, why are you here? What are you feeling? What are your symptoms? I told him, and he was like, wow. And then he looked at my husband. He's like, is this all true? He was like, oh yeah. He's like, I just asked the second party to be just to know. And he's like, and then I'll ask the second party after the surgery to know like what they see happening. And he went into saying that, he sees women a lot for this, but there's no scientific proof. There's no scientific evidence that breast implant illness exists because no one will fund the research. He's like, it's just something that's not been funded. They haven't done extensive studying on that, and what happens is really just some people just started coming out with it and seeing if this was an issue, taking him out, and people were getting responses from it, and then it just spreads like wildfire, like more social media awareness, saying, oh my god, it was my implants that were making me sick, and then people try it, and then they feel a million times better, and over again, and he's like, I've seen it for so long, so many times, he's like, it definitely exists, like, this is real, He, he had his disclaimer, he had to say, I'm not saying if I take them out of you, you're going to be better. I have to say that. Like, I have to say that this is not your cure. But I will say that every single person that's come in here sick has been better in some way, shape, or form since taking them out. He said some people are 100% better, some people are 50, some people are 20, but the majority of people are better. And he believes in it, and he thinks it's absolutely a valid concern, especially when there's proof in blood tests and stuff that show that your body's declining the immune system. So he explained it. He said, basically, some women are fine, some women are not. Genes. It's how your body can handle it. Can your body handle foreign body? Yes, good for you. If you can't, you're screwed. So, basically put foreign bodies in your body somewhere, and your body sees it as foreign, and as an invader, and your body will attack it and try to defend itself over and over and over and over and over again for as long as it has to. Your immune system is firing and firing and firing for so long until it finally can't anymore, and then it craps out, and then you're sick, and then you get sick, and all in the meanwhile, while your body's trying to fight this invader, and your body's acting out of whack, and it's trying to protect itself, and it's working in overdrive, little things start becoming an issue, things that you've never had before, because your body's not healthy, it's not normal, and then eventually when the immune system craps out, you get really sick, which is where I'm at, which is meaning like you're contracting bacterial infections, you're contracting viruses, fungal infections, autoimmune diseases, all these things, cancer, tumors, things, crazy shit your body can no longer handle. So explain it, and it makes sense. And I showed him all my stuff, and he's like, well, yeah, like I likely believe that would be your issue. But he, as a doctor, has to say that it can't say for sure. You know, he's like, but yeah, you know. And then I was like, I cried a little bit for a brief second. I was like, it's a really hard decision because you don't know. Like, you really don't know. And you question yourself. You think some days you are okay and some days you're horrible, you know, and then those okay days, you know, you're like, oh, this is fine, you know. But like my husband keeps reminding me, he's like, Andrea, you have no immune system. Like, remember that. Like, on the days that you're okay, remember that you're not okay on the inside, you know. So where else do we go? We went into the surgery. So he said, to do this right, you have to do, no. First he explained about all implants, no matter what brand. He said what people don't tell you is that every single implant, no matter what kind, when you put them in your body, has a micro leak. That means you're definitely going to be absorbing toxic chemicals from them for sure. Everybody does. That's what he said. And then again, whether your body can handle it or not. Here comes my husband. Hi.
What are you doing?
I'm making a little video vlog about the doctor that I saw yesterday.
Is it on right now?
Yeah.
Wait, can you turn it off?
Well, no, I can't. Hold on, will you give me a minute? Just so I don't have to...
Oh.
Okay. It's like 5 more minutes. Thanks. And then... So yeah, he said there's micro leaks always in them. And I thought that was interesting. But again, whether your body can heal it or not. He said this, so I get capsular contractor, which means that mine get hard. Sweet. This is my second set of implants because my first ones got hard. And he said they don't correlate, illness and capsular contractor. So if you have capsular contractor and you're watching this, that does not mean you're going to get sick. He said that's not the case. He said they're separate. Like, you could just be getting just a lot of scar tissue buildup, but you're fine. For me, I get both. I mean, I have capsular contractor and getting sick. So it's good to know for somebody that's concerned. And that about if somebody's watching this that's thinking about getting implants, it's like, to be honest, you don't know whether you're going to react poorly or not. It's like a chance you just have to take. My doctor that I am going to for all these tests and everything, he thinks it's a genetic, and so does, they all do, that it's genes, you know, but there's genetic testing you can get done for a pricey penny, for a little bit of money, but that might further tell you, give you an idea, like if your body can handle inflammation and whatnot. So that's kind of might help. Anyway, back to the appointment. So then we went to explained what he does. So he does the enbloc, take the whole thing out at once. Me having had the surgery above muscle prior to this one, my doctor, when he took out the above muscle implants, he left the capsules in. It's been concerning me, like, oh shit, I have 4 capsules in my body that have toxic chemicals in it that could potentially be making me sick. I need them out. And this doctor says, first of all, your capsules above muscle have been sitting in your body for about 2 years. He goes, so that tissue is totally absorbed into your other tissue. He's like, if we wanted to take it out, we would have to give you a mastectomy because it's all together, you know. And he goes, and I don't want to do that. And I was like, well, I don't want to do that either. He said, but he said, whatever toxic chemicals were in that capsule, it's been 2 years. Your body has absorbed it. He goes, I guarantee there's nothing left in those capsules anyway. Like, if you wanted to scrape it all out, that's fine. But he's like, I firmly believe that it's all in your body anyway. There's nothing you can do. Like, it's gone. Or it's floating around in you and it's not there anymore, so there's no reason to take it out. So he was under the impression to just leave that, stop worrying about that. Just go with what I got. Take those out in its entirety. So mine are half under the muscle. So he says what he does is he takes the implants out, the capsules, he tacks the muscle back down. And the muscle that they released to get under there, the pec. He pulls that and tacks that back down. He said, but strong women, people that have a lot of muscle, thicker muscle, that muscle gets so short and so tight that he tried to stretch it, usually they can't even stretch it. So he goes, I just pull it as far as I can, and that's the best you can do, and that's it. And that'll just leave me with, so like when I flex, some people get like the line, or if I, not even just flex, I use my pec. Like if I move my arm, it's not just about flexing or lifting, it's just moving every day. Some people get that like line through the pec that moves. I never had that. He said you might have that. Okay. Honestly, at this point, I don't give a fuck. He said he doesn't believe that he thinks that hello?
Hello?
Hi.
Mom.
This is Louis.
4 chicks.
He's talking about our chickens. We had bake our chickens.
All 4 chicks know how to get up and beside.
That's good. All right, can you give me privacy? I'm making a little video and then I'll come out and talk to you. Get out of here, go. Stop, go. Nerd alert. So anyway, and then back onto the more personal, he said, you are not going to like them, what you are going to be left with, because they are not going to be very pretty. He said he doesn't think me personally, need a lift, but I can pay in advance to have it, and if he's in there and he thinks I need one, then he can go ahead and do it. It's really expensive. I'm going to bang on that I don't, and I'm probably not even going to... I had nothing to even start with. Like, nothing. There was nothing even hanging when I started. He thinks... What else? Brain fog. Can't think what I was just talking about. Hey, I can't even think. Let me get out of here. Oh. He thinks that I can do fat transfer later if I want to. And I was like, but I lift and I compete and I get anorexic and burn fat to 3% body fat basically. And he says, it doesn't matter. He's like, those are the fat cells that are there. They deflate. And when you put weight back on, they fill up again. I was like, oh. He's like, you might lose a little, but he's like, no, you'll get some. I'm like, okay, that's awesome, but I'm not even thinking about that. I'll, down the road, when I'm happy and normal or healthy again, we'll consider it. So I think that's it. It was informative. It made me feel better. It made me feel that doctors see these things and it's a reality and there's hope to be better. So it's good. So that's all for now. I will leave you with that. All right. I'll see you later.